Please welcome Maya. Dear Toastmasters, dear fellow Toastmasters, I'm very glad to be introducing Oliver, who is one of my favorite speakers in the club. I have evaluated one of his speeches before in a contest, and this speech has, to some extent, to do with that speech, which I like very much, so I really look forward to this speech. Now, the purpose of his speech is the use of languages. So he is doing project number 4 in Pumpkin Communication Manuals. The title of his speech is The Road Less Traveled. It sounds very mysterious and intriguing. Yeah. In delivering his speech, he should strive to use words effectively. He should use powerful words, action verbs that stir the imaginations of the audience and create energy in his speech. And also he should strive to use more rhetorical devices, which enhances the effectiveness of speech. And what he should avoid is jargons and technical words that some of the audience here cannot relate to. So let's welcome Oliver and listen to his great speech.
I encourage you to take the road less traveled. And I know what some of you are now thinking. Oh, come on, Oliver, you're better than that. You can do more than go down the easy way and tell us yet another inspirational story about how we could be different than the rest of the pack. However, I am serious. I truly want you to travel the road less traveled. You know that road. Everybody in this room knows this road. It's this tiny, narrow road, probably dark, that leads somewhere on the horizon to your self-realization. And what's so hard to travel on the road less traveled is that many people are against you, like thorns, inflicting wounds on your flesh and body. Because when you are on that road, you go against the mainstream. And this is what makes this road so dangerous. And you know, by saying this, I already gave you a glimpse into my mindset of how I view the world. In my estimation, day by day, our life is shaped by the decisions we make, by the choices we are making. And you know, choices like, what shall I eat? With whom I should do business with? Or deciding whether or not to tell my coworker that he is a complete fucking idiot. And you know, be these decisions, these choices, small, large, important, imagine this. With every decision, with every choice you have to make, you are being put at a crossroad. And on this crossroad, you are all by yourself. And the only thing that is with you are two paths staring at you, awaiting your decision, awaiting which path are you going to choose. And let's be honest, most of the time, we choose that path of these two paths that I call the conformist boulevard. And I think you all know this conformist boulevard. It's the road where everybody thinks the same, dresses the same, acts the same, and behaves the same. And you know, I don't want to step on anybody's toes with this description, but I think we also should be very honest to each other. I think we humans love to be non-thinking conformists. We people love, as humans, to run with the herd mindlessly. And I think this is not good, because when you are on that conformist boulevard, when you are exactly the same as everybody else. You do not follow your dream of self-realization. You are not a unique human being. Rather, you live by these 3 simple rules, 3 simple steps day by day. First, don't stand out. Oh boy, you don't want to do that. Don't stand out. Number 2, don't let anybody know how you really feel, how you really think about the situation. And number 3, you certainly don't want to disturb the peace of mind of your fellow traveler with a little bit of truth. Don't tell anybody the truth, because people are so easily offended these days. And this is what makes this bright path so dangerous. And as David said concerning business, aren't we told in business that to be successful in business, you have to be different? To be successful in business, you have to be unique. And can you really be unique when you are conformist? When you are just doing what everybody else is doing? I say no. And therefore, please step back from that path and go back to that crossroad and see what else is there. And obviously there's this other path, the second path, and I call this path the Maverick Dirt Road. Because not many people are wandering there, not many people you will encounter there. Because this is the trail of trials, tears, and tribulations. This is the path with the thorns I mentioned in the beginning of my speech that are inflicting wounds upon you. Because let's be honest, people don't like nonconformists, and they let you know pretty quick. And yet, I still encourage you to take that narrow path, to go on that narrow path and endure that hardship, because I truly believe that your time is way too valuable to search for your answers in places where thousands upon thousands of other people have searched before, in private and in business matters. And let me also tell you this. I truly, truly believe that each and everyone here present in this room is unique in its weaknesses and in his or her strengths. And therefore, in my conclusion, and I hope in yours as well, there is only one path you can take, and that is the path and the road less traveled. And so I encourage you to do this. Or, in closing, to say it with Emerson, go the road where there is no path and leave a trail, so that the people that are coming behind you and are also standing at that crossroad have it a little bit easier to travel on that road less traveled. Thank you very much.